What's going on, Duck Nation, College Basketball Nation? This is UODuckBros back with another video. I was way off on my prediction for point spread, by the way. I tried to be that guy.
This guy was not.
Yeah, he was right. He wins this round.
Not that that's going to be the old, consistent model for the season, but at least I got off on the right foot so far. So
yeah, I am now 1-1 essentially.
But let's talk about this a little bit. Like, we made the preview video, not really thinking too much of
Western Carolina.
But I'll tell you what, for a while there,
they were hanging.
They were not doing too bad.
They were hanging. It was more than I gave them credit for, because up until, like the 10-minute mark of the second half, I mean, they were in the game.
Yeah.
And then Joseph Young happened. That dude
might be the biggest pickup in college basketball in the offseason.
Yeah.
At least in the Pac-12.
And I'm not talking about, recruits signed, because people are going to be like, well, what about the guy from Duke or Joseph Randall from Kentucky? No, I'm talking about, JUCO transfer.
Right.
Easily the biggest pickup in the Pac-12 at the very least.
There was a reason why they were fighting to get this guy, on the team and being able to be eligible this season.
This is exactly why I love Dana Altman, because he is like the master of going and prying these guys away from other schools.
I mean, Creighton, the whole time he was there, was a solid tournament team that competed
regularly
every single year. It was incredible. So the fact that he's doing it now at Oregon, but with better talent, it's amazing to see how he just, I'll take you, and then I'll take you because I can't get this 5-star, but I'll take you because you're a 4-star.
And they're immediate impact players. I mean, he got Kazemi that did that. He got a whole crapload of people that did that.
So, I mean, he blew up in this game, had, 26?
No, he had 36.
That's right, 36.
And he got 17 of it in an 8-minute span.
It was insane.
He just played out of his mind. He did, dare I say it, he had a Marcus Mariota moment where he's just like, I'm tired of this game being close, and he just went out and just shot the damn lights out.
Yep.
And essentially put the game away. I mean, there were some other really good performances in that game. Mike Moser had himself a day, too. He had 26 points.
Moser has been another guy that, so far this year, the tandem between those two is absolutely incredible.
It's lethal.
Incredible. So, I mean, and I know Damian Dotson's, he's struggling a little bit, but he'll come along, and that'll just be another added thing. But I really liked, even though Waverly Austin didn't do a ton on the offensive side of the ball, he did some pretty good things, just adjusting shots, changing people's angles, getting some good rebounds.
He really did. And the best part was that they minimized his fouls.
Big time.
That was one of the better things. And the other thing that I really enjoyed seeing was seeing Elgin Cook kind of getting some playing time, and he put up 16. So, I mean, he had a good, solid game, too. I mean, I know it's Western Carolina. They're obviously not the cream of the crop of college basketball, but it's games like this where you develop your players. This is the time.
And it's just, it was nice to see those guys when they got the opportunity to make it happen. I mean, you could still go out there and lay an egg no matter who you're playing. So it was nice.
Yeah, let's see, North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
North Carolina blew it to Belmont. Not Syracuse. Who the hell was it? It was just yesterday.
Doesn't really matter.
It was the guys with the arms and the legs and the face and the fingernails.
Yep, and the skin.
Yeah, I'll think about it. You can keep talking. I'll think about it.
So anyway, solid effort all the way around. I mean, we knew this game wasn't going to be one of those where, Oregon was going to be playing a tight game through the entire game. But for at least,
for a while.
I'd say at least for 25 minutes of that game, maybe a little bit more than that.
It was kind of...
They were playing some pretty good ball. They were shooting the ball really well.
That Trey Sumler kid for Western Carolina is pretty good.
Which he also happens to be from Oregon.
Yes.
From the state of Oregon. Their two best players are from the state of Oregon, which was actually kind of cool.
So that was nifty. It's kind of cool seeing that kind of thing happen. But at the end of the day, Oregon, I think, is going to be a better team than people were thinking. I really do. I know it's only 2 games in. and one of them was against, a team from the Southern Conference, which isn't necessarily, the best measuring
But Oregon
stick,
did what they had to do, which is what they're supposed to do, and they beat the crap out of those teams.
And it's something that you didn't see it to this extent last year. I mean, Oregon last year was still kind of, struggling a little bit in these types of games against the lesser competition, and they weren't putting up these types of offensive numbers. I mean, this is probably the first time I can think in a while that Oregon has had any sort of offensive statistic ranked better than 100.
Well, and I'll tell you, they're still really, really struggling from the three, but the thing that's really surprising me about this team in particular, more so than just about any other year I can remember in quite a while, is their ability to get to the free throw line.
Oh, I know.
I mean, this team is so aggressive getting to the hole and attacking and putting a lot of pressure on the defense to make plays that Oregon's, that could be the differences here in
just thinking about Joseph Young and Elgin Cook combined,
absolutely.
just the two of them almost had more free throw attempts than Western Carolina as a team.
And that doesn't have anything to do with the fact that we were playing at home. That just happens to be that they
play aggressive.
Yeah, we were just aggressive from the. They put their head down and they just go, and it was awesome to see. It was incredible. We did that in the Georgetown game, which is what saved us there too. So going forward, you like to see that they're aggressive, that they're not just going to stand on the perimeter and pass the ball around and shoot threes. They see there's open lanes, they're going to attack it and make the defense stop it. And I thought they did a really good job of that. And going forward, I expect them to do that pretty much all season long, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, that could bite you in the butt at the same time sometimes, but because you need to be able to hit outside shots. But I think that'll come.
But you got to keep driving the lane until they start calling offensive fouls for stuff like that. Which a lot of the time they're not going to, because there is some rule changes. I don't know the exact wording of it, but there's something about hand checking fouls that they're getting a lot more aggressive in calling those.
Yep.
So it can go both ways, obviously, but it's something that it's nice to see that Oregon's taking advantage of knowing that call exists, and you're trying to exploit it while you can until they start kind of cracking down on it.
Right. So nothing really to overanalyze here or break down too much. It was just a really nice team win.
It was a really fun game to watch.
It was a fun game to watch, absolutely, and I thought, it really kind of sets the tone for what you think or what you can expect to see from this team. Once we get those other two guys back too with Dominic Artis,
dude, just imagine
it's just going to be insane.
Running that offense with those guys, that's going to be wild.
So, gives you a lot to look forward to as a Duck fan that loves college basketball, and just big game coming up again. I don't want to say it's a huge game.
Oh, it's a big game. It's a great big game against Utah Valley.
Yeah.
Out of the whack.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't want to disrespect anyone, so I'm trying to, give it some respect.
I got to be that guy. Again, you can't. We'll talk about it in the next video. That's what it's
But anyway, without getting off topic, really, really good game, really good win, fun game to watch, and going forward, there's a lot of things to be happy about. So I think pretty much with that said, that'll be pretty much the end of this video.
We got another one coming up soon.
We got another one coming up soon because we have a game tomorrow, so expect that here in just a little while. But for now,
this is UODuckBros saying thanks for stopping by. And as always, go Ducks.
Go Ducks.